Hello there, Site 42 staff. Welcome to another Coffee Break with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site 42. Today we are broadcasting from the field. This is Dr. Theron Sherman. As always, I'm here for a short time to help you all with the anomalous knowledge you so need to survive in the SCP universe. So whether you need to know about staff members, protocols for containment, the anomalies themselves, or different groups of interest we work with, that is what I'm here to answer with the question that seems to be on all of your minds instantly. What do you mean they are milking clowns? That's obviously the first thing on your mind. I saw the thumbnail, I put it there myself. So, before I answer your query, let me just say hello. Chesta Factory, Dr. Kelly, silent follower. Thank you guys for being in the chat as well as being members. Gabriel, Funky Sunky, and Gaster Fan, welcome to chat, just for being you. Now, yep, I'm getting a lot of people. Hey, desk, everybody, remember time check. We are here for a grand total of 30 minutes. This is a honest-to-God coffee break. So I've got my coffee, and this is gonna be a short one. We got a lot of things on the menu. Epic Fire Dragon, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself an espresso on your way past the commissary. I'm off to the Father's Day barbecue for Site 42. Hope to see you there, Doc. Hey, I'll be at the barbecue as soon as I'm done with shift today. I hear we're going all night long. 729-J, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a Blintz on your way past the commissary. Just a second, remembering that I didn't put on slow mode, and I need to make sure that Desk's life is as casual as possible. And what does that say? I just finished building my army of 729. Listen, I can't deal with that right now. I'm gonna have to deal with that another day. You're gonna be in trouble. Gasterfan, who's my favorite SCP? I always say so at the end of stream, which is 30 minutes from now. So if you want to hang out for 30 minutes, I'll tell you then. Or you can cheat and go back to yesterday's stream, because I did it there too. Okay, enough. Why is the stream named They're Milking Clowns? Well, we discussed it yesterday, so if you were here, you already know. We are talking about Herman Fuller's Circus of the Disquieting, an anomalous traveling circus that has all sorts of strange anomalies, like a rabbit that's fur is made out of cotton candy, addictive cotton candy, or the clowns. The clowns are, in the world, they're normal clowns. They're people who do clown as an art form. But at Herman Fuller's Circus of the Disquieting, the clowns are Cthulhu-esque entities from the outer planes that force themselves into clown skin suits. And if the employees for the circus do not milk the clowns often enough, the clowns explode. Clown milk is a required task at Herman Fuller Circus of the Disquieting. Meanwhile, the clown milk, don't drink it. It's bad for you. It makes you feel a very instantaneous high and euphoria, and then you die of a heart attack instantly. Don't drink clown milk. Epic Fire Dragon, thank you for donating again. I'll save you some of my famous, at least at the other site, Dragon Fire baby back ribs. Sounds wonderful. Way better than clown milk, to be fair. Whew. Okay, we made it through the beginning of stream. Welcome, everyone. I kind of want to drink the clown milk now. No! It is lethal. It is lethal, lethal clown milk. It's bad for your health. Do not be tempted by the words that were about to come out of my mouth were Do not be tempted by the sweet, sweet milk of the clown. How did my life get here? Where did I go wrong? Where did I go right? "30 seconds later, the chat catches up with me, and I get to see the reaction to all that. Since it looks like I'm not going to get to talk about anything else this stream, because you all are so interested in the subject, let me just pull up the database entry on clown milk. If you want to talk about clown milk, you are required to go to the anomalies that are on the thumbnail of this, which is SCP-2912. 2912 describes 3 clowns that we contained from the circus. Oh, yes, and person of interest 4569 in the 2912 document is a clown breeder. If you go to SCP-2912, you could see an interview with a clown breeder. So next time someone comes into chat being all gross, like, oh, are the anomalies breedable? Well, the clowns are. Intern Joel, you're telling me this file gets worse? How? How could this file get worse? On November 16th, 1998, all SCP-2912 entities self-terminated between 0400 and 0600. Now, there were 3 of them, remember. They all self-terminated. Video revealed no changes in behavior prior to the neutralization event, when SCP-2912 instances abruptly exploded. Their containment units coated in blood, viscera, confetti, and a viscous black liquid of uncertain purpose. When confronted about this incident, person of interest 4569, reminder, the clown breeder, stated verbatim, "You fucking shit eaters forgot to milk the clowns, didn't you? Way to ruin a decade of work, you cunts." The clown milk is the viscous black liquid, by the way. The last thing was the clown milk. Clown milk is not white. It is a viscous black liquid. Oh yeah, that in such language, Rose Arts, I agree. This person of interest, the clown breeder, filthy mouth on him. Okay. I'm sure I missed some donations during the clown milk rant there. Let me see what I've got going on here. A reminder, while I'm in the field, I cannot see donations under $5 unless I check a special menu. So if you go for a low dono, I promise I'll try and find it. It's just gonna take me a minute. Oh, 729-J. Thank you for donating again. My 6-foot thing escaped my sight and is going to Site 42, get the nuke on standby. The nuke's not enough. I'm going to have to XK the entire planet. Skip this universe, move on to the next one. Rick Sanchez style, that's all we can do. Somebody donated through Ko-Fi, which I appreciate because that is a direct donation that causes YouTube not to take 30% of the donation. So that's appreciated for going the long way. I'm just signing into Ko-Fi right now so I can see what you said. And of course, my data pad only has so much processing power. Do it. There we go. Andy, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a biscotti on your way past the commissary. Doctor, what are the procedures for containing animal-like anomalies with certain migratory needs? I discovered an anomaly that bears striking resemblance to a basking shark, and I need advice figuring out how to contain it. So, migratory anomalies, eh? That is pretty tough. If we can contain them, usually the move is simply to not let them migrate, but I believe, my data pad tried to eat my pen. You can nibble it, it's fine. So let's go with SCP migratory and see what we get. A migratory road construction zone, which repairs stretches of road left untended by repair crews. A spatiotemporal distortion centered on a point of New Forest, England, responsible for the creation of entities. It looks like we don't deal with a lot of migratory anomalies that can be contained in the first place. Like a migratory road construction zone, we have to just watch the road, you know what I mean? It looks like a point of research that you can get into a little bit on your hypotheses. Epic Fire Dragon, thank you for donating again. Oh yeah, what kind of sauce do you want on your ribs? You know, I always like sauce with a little bit of a kick, maybe a little bourbon tang to it. Hi, so I have a question for the Foundation. Could it be possible for the Foundation to create a few superhumans to go into the Infinite IKEA for the sole purposes of rescuing people? I mean, here's the deal. Those superhumans, as super as they might be, they still would have trouble finding the door because the door to the Infinite IKEA from the inside teleports around. So they get into the IKEA and they do their rescue mission and they come back and the door's gone. So it's not going to be that helpful is what I'm saying. Now, because we have a short stream today, let me take a quick tangent to get into gay homework. That's right, Site 42 Pridefest continues. Did you read Herman Fuller Presents Icky the Magic Clown yesterday, as you were to do? Because that is our Pride article of the day yesterday. Epic Fire Dragon, thank you for donating again and seeing what you can do about sauce. Well, if you didn't have the time, you know, the article still exists. It's not going anywhere, so give it a read. But I decided this is a nice, simple thing. It's basically a diary entry, probably of the author. It feels very self-inserty, which, oh my gosh, when Radiger's video about self-inserts drops, watch it. Or better yet, become a patron of Rad to watch it early access because Radiger deserves your money and that video is real good. So, yes, when I say this is a self-insert, I do not mean it as an insult. There are plenty of good self-inserts in the world. Radiger will tell you about that later. But what I find interesting about this is we start with a character who is human, but queer, and then eventually runs off, joins the circus, but like an anomalous circus, and then they end up not transgender, but trans. Sorry, I just got a disturbing message. Thank you for both halves of that in one go, desk, so I didn't freak out. Meanwhile, what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh yes, they do not become transgender, they become trans anomaly race species because they were a human that was transformed into a clown. So now you can just choose to be a Cthulhu monster. And also, I'm very concerned about nothing. Never mind, I'm not even getting into that with you people. Long story short, the other reason I wanted you to pick this up is because I wanted to give you the opportunity to get into more character-focused anomalies and or LGBTQ characters on the wiki, not just one-time SCP stories. And so today's gay homework is also another pair of characters that you should know if you're a fan of the SCP Wiki as well as an LGBTQ story enjoyer. And that is, I want you to read a tale called I Stared into the Face of Everything and Nothing and Made It Back Alive. I'll say it again. I stared into the face of everything and nothing and made it back alive. This tale is a sequel to one of my favorite SCPs, SCP-3999. And so I highly recommend reading SCP-3999 first, but you can enjoy this tale without it. It kind of explains enough that you can get away with it. But really, read 3999 and I stared into the face of everything and nothing and made it back alive. Because, this one content warning for PTSD. For real. Someone, hey, which SCP do you hate the most? Well, SCP-729-J is the worst thing that ever existed and needs to die, but the overseers won't let me decommission it. And anybody infected with SCP-022-J are just plain annoying. So those are the big ones. Ah yes, Chesta Factory, good point. Also content warning for 3999. It's one of my favorites, so I don't often bring that up because I assume I've read it so much. But yes, that one can get a little rough. Chris the Dire Wolf Boy, thank you for your first donation of today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a Frappuccino on your way past the commissary. I am here. Hands in my weekly paperwork that is clearly filled out using my claws like dip pens and a similar writing style to Clef's writing. Here's my paperwork. I see your lessons with Clef on claw writing have gone well. Congratulations. Oh, that's some good espresso lemonade. Oh, clown around town. You want context to the stream name? You can go back to the beginning of stream. I had to spend a very long time talking about Clown Milk and Herman Fuller Circus of the Disquieting, so you can catch up. It's in the back of the stream. I've started making an SCP TTRPG setting. Since you're an author, do you have anything you want me to keep in mind or focus on? Well, that's really hard to say because you're dealing with such a vast universe. In my case, whenever I used SCP facilities in my games, it was either because I had a team of anomalous people, and so they just one day woke up in containment. They didn't remember how they got there. And so there was a containment breach which allowed them to bust out themselves and escape the facility level by level with all sorts of anomalies I put in their way. And so that was a fun little adventure. And when you're doing that, I guess what I would say is focus on anomalies that, kind of like the ones in Containment Breach, they're fairly simple and therefore make decent game mechanics. You do realize that most of the early SCPs nowadays are so popular because they are very simple concepts that can make good game mechanics. You have to look at 173 without blinking or it gets you. You don't look at 096's face or it gets you. You run away from the plague doctor, and if it touches you, you die. You get eaten by a monster like 939. It's all things that are very simple to explain. The more complex the anomaly, the harder it gets to fit it into a game. And that's the thing about memes, is the more levels of complexity you have, the harder it gets to deal with, which is why memes are simple things. They're not usually very complex in that way. 729 Jay, thank you for donating again. We are mailing you a 729 J plushie. Oh, I am going to film burning that thing. No, it's not the real one. All the other ones are fine. It's just that one that's the problem. Desk, why? Why would you ask, can we use the clown milk to make clown cheese? Why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to us? The depths of the hell that is your imagination know no bounds. Cypher's Girl, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a cheese Danish at the commissary. Not a clown cheese Danish. Hey, Dr. Sherman, quick question for you. Why are we trying to get rid of SCP-682? He's such an angel. It's not a he, it's an it. Anomalies are objects, not people. Please practice proper pronoun parlance protocols here at the Foundation. It's such an angel, which is also a lie. Also, mental health break when? You think we get mental health breaks here at the Foundation? Oh my gosh. Meanwhile, 682, number one, not an angel. You're very funny for saying that. Very ironic. But on top of which, you're sitting in a situation where .682 is too dangerous to be kept alive. Of all the anomalies we contain, and we do not destroy anomalies no matter how dangerous, because we want to research them, 682 is just too much a risk for humanity. So it needs to get got. And we'll figure out a way. What is your favorite sort of SCP? My favorite sort of SCPs are usually format breaks and meta SCPs. I like all that flim-flammery of narrative and pataphysical levels. I find them very amusing. Oh, wait, wrong button. Come back to me here, come back to me here. Go away. There it is. Unfailing Eagle, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Go grab yourself a cherry cola on your way past the commissary. Howdy, Dr. S-Man. If the Foundation could abduct agents from other universes, who would you put in your mobile task force roster? I would want those cloakers from Payday 2. I want adrenaline junkies drop-kicking anomalies. Hey, that sounds like they might destroy an anomaly, and I don't want the anomalies destroyed. They need to be contained. Securely contained and protected. So be careful with that. Me, if I had to pick an agent from any other multiverse to assist our teams, honestly, I want that kid from Hawaii and her alien monster, because I watched them pull some SCP on like 600 of those things, and they were very impressive in the field. So yes, those would be the agents I want containing anomalies, because they did not destroy the anomalies, they contained them very well. Oh, the Foundation's not going to hire a child. Our hiring practices are whatever gets the job done. Chris the Direwolf Boy, thank you for donating again. Someone should send you an SCP-999 plushie. Well, I do already have the one from Forlorn Foundry at the scpstore.org. So I do have one. But I do not have they make a lot of them because SCP-999 is a very popular and cute anomaly. So there are a lot of those in the world. A lot of different kinds of them. Silver Runner, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a meatball on your way past the commissary. Hey, Dr. Sherman, what concept do you personally think Dr. Burns took from SCP-8980? Oh. Ooh. I believe, at this point, part of the allure is that no one knows what that is, and it's one of the few things they don't tell you. Therefore, that's proper use of redacted. You don't want to overuse redacted. You just want a little bit of data expungement as a spice. That's a good one right there. But if I were to say, probably, I'm trying to think of what would hurt the most. I'm thinking like the concept of resistance would be a bad one. You just instant door matification, and it seems to go with the storyline there, I think. 729-J, thank you for donating again. The plushie we are sending you is fire resistant. Oh, sweet Jesus. Specifically Milk Jesus or Cheesus in this case is who I'm calling out to that time, and not Clown Jesus. Clown Milk Jesus does not exist. Clown Milk Jesus cannot hurt you. Cypher's Girl, thank you for donating again. I will pay for your mental health break. Also, 682 is always so nice with me. I don't get why you say it's dangerous. First of all, thank you for practicing proper pronoun parlance protocols. Secondly, it's only nice to a very few rare people, and there's something very wrong with those people. So, welcome to the ranks, I guess. On top of which, if we got mental health breaks, you could pay for it, but we do not get them. So that's a long walk off a short pier, really. Jay, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a burrito on your way past the commissary. Hey, Dr. Sherman, update on my situation. While I'm still sneezing out pollinators, we managed to get it under partial control, so I'm not stuck in a constant sneezing fit. I'll keep you updated. Well, good. I'm glad medical is starting to work this out. Just don't pollinate anything that shouldn't be pollinated, please. Desk, no. No Clown Milk Jesus. That's not a thing. It does not exist. It cannot harm us because it doesn't exist. Epic Fire Dragon, thank you for donating again. Wait, what is the hottest temperature we have used on 682? I believe, I don't know, the test logs are very extensive. It's hard to remember it all. But I know we've set it on fire. I know we tried to shoot it into the sun, but it grew solar sails and flew back to us. So we did not get it into the sun. But maybe we've tested it with plasma? I'm not sure. Edward, thank you for being a member, but do not believe in Clown Milk Jesus. You're gonna make a tulpa. You're all gonna manifest it. And then we're gonna have to contain it, and we'll have a 5th Gezi in containment. Time check, Site 42 staff. There are currently 5 minutes left in the stream. That means you have 5 minutes to get your questions in and to get the likes higher than the viewers. So hit that like button, hit your questions, and let's finish this. I really don't understand why SCP-4521 is an SCP. Like, it's just a tree that doesn't scream, like every tree does that. Intern Evil Greasy John. Quite a name. What you don't understand is that in nature, in real life, I'm not joking, this is not a bit, this is not an SCP Universe fact, this is real life science that is true in real life. All plants and trees and flowers and all of them scream when injured. If you break a tree branch, it screams. When you mow your lawn, all of the grass is screaming when it's cut. Now it all screams at a frequency that we humans can't hear, and that's good because if we could hear the tree screaming all the time, that would be really annoying. But they do scream. It is literally true real life science. And that means that this one tree is not screaming. Not at any frequency we can measure. We have devices that can hear the tree screaming. This one, not a peep. And that's not right. That's not normal. And so it is anomalous, it deserves to be an SCP, and we will get it. Do we get a bonus stream, please, or else I'm gonna give you loads of hug? Well, I don't know about that last part, but I do know my current schedule for the test today do not have a bonus stream in the cards. If something comes up, it'll be a surprise to me as well. But if I have the opportunity, you'll see me, but right now, this should be expected to be the last stream of the day. I see some donations here. Just let me stop hitting the wrong button. One time in your life, Sherman. Cypher's Girl, thank you for donating again. Well, here's more money anyway. Also, I'm taking 682 for walkies. P.S. Also, Clown Milk Jesus is so a thing. I saw him yesterday. Well, thank you for the donation. I do appreciate that. And taking SCP-682 for a walk seems like a bad idea, but I'm not in charge of what they do at Site 19. And no, you're manifesting a ahistorical, anomalous memory. You did not see Clown Milk Jesus. Fuck. Epic Fire Dragon, thank you for donating again. I would like to submit a test request. Try to melt 682 with dragon fire, which burns at about 7,000 Fahrenheit. You know, I wonder if adapting to fire matters about temperature for 682. Because if hotter fire is still fire, then does it count as a different adaptation? Worth a shot. Silent Follower, thank you for your first donation of the day, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a deviled crab on your way past the commissary. Glad I joined the chaos that is the string today. Lamau. Lamau indeed. Wild. Excuse me, doctor, have you visited Site 2? I have visited so many sites in my tenure, it's a little hard to keep up with. Chris the Dire Wolf Boy, thank you for donating again. Message to desk. Here is that clown cheese in the shape of Jesus you wanted, sir. Gives Clown Milk Jesus to Clef. You sent a message to Clef, but you donated to get it in front of me to make sure I saw it. You're all monsters. But thank you for your donation. Cyber Scorpion, thank you for your first donation to the day, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a cheesecake on your way past the commissary. Not a clown cheesecake. What do you mean by they're milking clowns? This is a short stream. Do yourself a favor. Just go back to the beginning of the stream because I had to explain that in detail earlier and I have less than a minute left. So go start at the beginning. Unfailing Eagle, thank you for donating again. I saw Clown Milk Jesus too. It was in the commissary handing out glasses of milk. You're all going to be so mad at yourselves when you manifest a Clown Milk Jesus. I'm just going to say it. We're all going to suffer for this because if you read Milk Jesus is only quelled when enough people are drinking dairy products. That's why we had to do a disinformation campaign. The Got Milk campaign, that was us. We had to get enough people to drink milk so that it stopped Milk Jesus from ending the world. Now you want Clown Milk Jesus? You want us all to have to drink clown milk, which will kill us all? You don't know what you are wreaking here. Meowlog, welcome to Level 1 Researchership here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. And someone just donated on Ko-Fi, and I'm going to check that real quick. Because I need to be doing the outro now. Is this the same one from earlier? This is the same one from earlier. There was a second one. By the way, as I am wrapping things up here, I want you all to know, if you want to hang out some more, then after I hang up the stream, the Desk of Alto Clef is streaming on Twitch at username TheDeskSCP. So you can go hang out with him after we're done here. A question, should you choose, know how to answer it. The Dark Fountains from Deltarune are not an SCP, but if they were. They are localized spatial anomalies, like the Infinite IKEA, SCP-3008. We would have to just bar people from entering. That is the only thing you gotta do for spatial anomalies like that. Condemn the building, don't let anyone in. And Epic Fire Dragon, thank you for donating again. I'll head to medical so they can have the fire liquid from my flame glands. You know what? It could be useful for research. Okay, everyone. This is the end of stream. We made it. I've got to sign up and get to today's test. So, without further ado, gosh darn it. 061IT, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab a piece of pie on your way past the commissary. First donation alive. Congratulations and thank you for that. By the way, is Satan an SCP? I'm pretty sure Satan is at least a couple SCP articles. Amber, thank you for your first donation of today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a soda on your way past the commissary. Your staff is the best, etc., but we are smartasses. Hey, better a smartass than a dumbass, I always say. Chris the Dire Wolf Boy, thank you for donating again. I saw grilled cheeses at the commissary. Grilled cheeses is great. I love me a grilled cheeses with milk Jesus giving us some cheese and some bread Jesus giving us some holy bread. Grilled cheeses is great. Grilled cheeses including clown milk would be horrifying. Why not? Thank you for your first donation. Grab yourself a cheese sandwich at the commissary, but not clown milk cheese. I ate a Bible with no condiment. Jesus didn't come. There was honey in the binding. We put it there. It was very secret. We're making sure to stop that. Unfailing Eagle, if we keep donating, the stream will never stop. Thank you for donating again. I do actually have to go to work though. So past this point, that is the last donation. If you donate past this point, I'm sorry, I have to go. I will answer further donations in tomorrow's stream because I gotta get. It is a time sensitive test. So, favorite SCPs in no particular order. 3999, 3043, 008-J, Spooky-J, 5031, 5175, 5031, 5320. I'm getting my numbers out of order. I'm in a hurry now. Brain, catch up with me. And 8980, big content warning on that last one. It's a big one. My favorite SCPs one more time in the correct order this time. 3999, 3043, 008-J, Spooky-J, 5031, 5175, 5320, and 8980 with a big content warning. Don't forget that you can go to the Sherm's author page in Site 42 Hub on the SCP Wiki if you want to see the SCPs I myself have written, as well as directly donate to Site 42 via becoming a patron or a YouTube channel member or Ko-Fi. And even if you can't, as long as you're here watching, as long as you're enjoying the tomfoolery that we get up to here, then you are a member of Mobile Task Force Site 42, codename the Signal Boosters. Our mission to support SCP artists, game devs, filmmakers, and of course the author community by hyping them up and supporting their projects and getting more eyes on them, because that means we'll get more good SCP stuff in the future. You just at the last second got more likes than viewers in the chat, so congratulations on that. You are always the epicest. Praise be to Clown Milk Jesus. May he lactate his glory over us all. Desk! You're so lucky that I have to go. But if you want to hang out some more, remember, go to the Desk SCP on Twitch. Desk will be streaming as soon as I sign off. And last but not least, gay homework. Remember to read the tale. I stared into the face of everything and nothing and made it back alive. That is your gay homework. Cyber Scorpion, why did they explode? Watch the beginning of stream. I explained it all. Now I have to go. You all, be safe, be well. I hope you had fun and I hope you learned something. And as always, secure, contain, protect. I'll see you all in the next stream or video. I don't need to fall at your feet just 'cause you cut me to the bone. And I won't miss the way that you kiss me. We were never carved in stone. And if I don't listen to the talk of the town, then maybe I can fool myself. I'll get over you. I know I will. I'll pretend my ship's not sinking, and I'll tell myself I'm over you, 'cause I'm the king of wishful thinking. I am the king of wishful thinking.